Wake up to these easy to make sunshine sweet rolls with my 3-ingredient biscuit recipe. First thing we're going to do is start out with my basic recipe for 3-ingredient biscuits. Now I've put out some parchment paper, I've taken some painter's tape and taped it down. So I'm starting out with 1 cup of self-rising flour. You see it in the stores, doesn't matter what brand. And then I'm going to use about 5 tablespoons of butter. Now on this 3-ingredient biscuits, to 1 cup of flour you can use a 1/3 cup of butter or 1/4 cup of butter or something in between. And I'm just kind of using something in between. Now we watch Dome Life on YouTube, and a great thing that Kelly showed doing is that when you cut butter into your flour is to grate it in. Of course, this works a lot better if your butter is frozen. Okay, so you see how easy that gets into the butter. Pour it in there. Then I'm going to add my milk. Kind of stir it up, see how much I need to add. About how wet that is. Okay, I'm going to spread a little flour out. I might need just a little bit more in there. Okay, I'm going to knead this 4 or 5, maybe 6 times. You know, if you get it a little wet, you can always add just a little more flour. Out. I'm going to kind of pet this out. Now I want this a little thinner than what I would normally make my biscuits. And then just use whatever you want to use for your biscuits. I'm just using this little regular mouth canning jar. Just go ahead and keep using my dough. There's no point in throwing that away. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like I'm going to have about 10 of these wonderful sweet rolls. Okay. Now we'll stop, let me wash my hands, and we'll get to the second part of these sweet rolls. Okay, now for the second part of the recipe. Now I have buttered my pie pan. Now you could certainly use cooking spray, whatever you want to do. I'm preheating my oven to 350 degrees. Now I have 3 tablespoons of undiluted frozen orange juice. I have a 1/2 cup of sugar here that I'm going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm going to stir that up real good. Okay, so it's just a matter of taking my biscuits, dipping it in the orange juice, dipping it in the sugar, and putting it in my pie pan. Now you could easily use canned biscuits, but if you see the price of canned biscuits lately, kind of heavy-handed with the sugar and run out. It's just really easy. Just throw up a little more sugar and cinnamon. Here we've got our biscuits all ready to go. So we're going to put them in the oven, start out, watch them about 15 minutes and see if they look done. And then I'll show you what else we'll do. I really don't want to leave it in the pan because I'm afraid the caramelization is going to make it stick. Now that is pretty wonderful by itself. But let's add a glaze to it. Now I first started out making a glaze with milk and powdered sugar, but it just lacked that extra orangey punch. Now to give this even more of that orange flavor, I've made a glaze out of a tablespoon of concentrated orange juice, undiluted, and 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. I'm going to add this on here, and this is just going to take it to the next level. That just tastes great. Thank you so much for joining me today at Homemade Cooking in Texas. These are my favorite recipes, and I hope they will become yours. Now, if you enjoy these recipes, please like and subscribe so you can see more of these type recipes. We have been making a full-time living here on our organic farm since 1991. We need your support to continue our small family farm by liking and subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much.